Hey guys, trying to get the camera set up here. Hope everybody's doing well. It looks a little slow today. Is it moving okay? I don't know. You just never know. You just never know. Let's see, maybe I want to go this way. That looks a little better, a little brighter. How's that look? Happy hump day. Hi guys. Are we moving okay? Looks good, sound good? Okay. So Carla, Teresa, Maya, Riri, Sinawin, Nash, Ray, Nancy, Sundance. Hi guys. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. So yeah. Okay, Pamela. Carla, hump day, yeah. Yeah, I thought we would do maybe working some collage, the little jelly plate. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Hi, Fritchie. Hi, Dot. Anybody else popping in? So if you're just joining us for the first time or watching the recording, I usually come on a few minutes early. I stream every Monday and Wednesday, and then an occasional Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And so I come on a little early, though, to say good morning to everybody in chat. So if you want to get right to the project and just fast forward. And okay, Ray. Hi, Leah S. Thanks, Riri. And thanks everybody for joining us. So I thought I haven't pulled this journal out for a while, this art journal. So I thought I'd play in this and some collage and some jelly plating. But instead of jelly plating papers, I'm going to smack the paint on here and smack it in the journal. And then we're going to make some build a world or something. I have some happy mail to show. I got a few show and tells. And yeah, hi, Bacola. Let's see, Gail, have you ever used hot wax? No, I'm not much on like dimensional kind of things and like that. I used to do. I just don't have time to learn another one right now. Another something, you know. Yeah, no, I haven't done hot wax. Yeah. Not even on my legs. I don't do hot wax. Not my eyebrows, not my legs, nothing. Oh my gosh. So hopefully, hi Patty, Darla. No hot wax here. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk about trying some new things. I'm looking around at all the stuff I want to show and tell. Oh, let me tweet real quick. Hopefully the cats are going to be jumping up here and getting in stuff. Well, it's okay right now. There's no wet paint or anything like that. So yeah, let me tweet and let's see. Coffee. Collage and cats, because I'm sure they're going to be here. Whoops, spelled that wrong. Hang on, guys. I don't like to tweet till I'm actually live. Hi, Coloring with Vicky. Hi, Nash. Nashwan, did you change your name again? Did you change your name again? Hi, Arlene. Let's see. Coffee. Let's see. Link in profile. Let's see. Let me reread it because you never know. You want to make sure and spell most things correctly. Let's see. Anne sent me happy mail. I'm going to show you guys. And well, actually, she bought me a little gift from Zandra's shop and sent it to me. That was so thoughtful of you. That was so nice of you, Anne. So I got that to show, and a couple other things. Hi, Carol. Stitching Joanne. I'm gonna watch as I start a new cross stitch project. Oh, okay. A fairy. Are you on Instagram? Are you in a hashtag cross stitch something other group or something, Joanne? Yeah, I used to design. I don't know if you've seen. I've talked about it before. I used to design cross stitch books. My mom and grandma, well, they don't, well, of course, grandma's passed on, but mom, they both used to cross stitch all the time. And I have a beautiful cross stitch hanging in my bedroom that mom made me. I should show it to you. I've shown it before, but I don't know if you've seen it. Patty, Dee Dee Sue. Okay, let me go look you up, Stitching Joanne. I try to go follow people on Instagram as long as that is a an art something or creative, I should say. Let's see. Stitching _ Joanne. There you are. Okay. Okay, I'm following you. I'm following you now. Multitasking chat. Okay, Dot, that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'll show you the one that's in my bedroom that I have hanging up. The one my mom did me. So she did this. Does she have a date on 1995? I've had this one since 1995. It's in a non-reflective, non-glare glass, but she did this one for me. It's on that brown linen, the brown Ada cloth. Is that how you say it? So yeah, mom did that one for me back in 1995. Let's see. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Cindy Lee. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Hi, G. Hi, Afrosin. How's it going, sister? How's it going, sister? I love your name. Afro-sensible sister. I love that. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Suzanne, let's see, who else am I missing? Yeah, it is pretty, isn't it, Pacola? So your little girls. Let's see, who else? Gail, Doris. Yeah, she used to do beautiful cross stitch and tiny ones. She used to do a lot, but I think she just a lot of it had to do. You get older, it's harder to see those little X's. And hi, Galena. Galena, did you figure out if you had all of the pencils you wanted? Hi, Suzanne N. Suzanne N. What are you going to do today? We're going to work in a collage art journal, one of my art journals. Okay. Hi, Miss Lena. You have some more happy mail coming, Miss Lena. I know you. I'm so glad you got your Roadrunner. I was worried that wasn't going to get to you. I'm so glad. And I'm sorry I had to fold it. I didn't crease it, but I tried not to fold it too heavily, but I'm glad it made it to you. Yeah. So good to see you, Miss Lena. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Hi, Teresa. Happy hump day to you too. Yes, I know. Oh, it's all framed. Oh, you got it on your wall. Take a picture of it, unless you already did and I missed it, Miss Lena. Did you post a picture of it framed? Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that. It was huge. I don't even know how you could frame something that big. I just wanted you to have it, because it was so you. Oh my gosh. Hi to everyone from the Blue Moon City. Hugs around the room. Hi, aw. Working okay, Teresa. Hi, Sherry Bug. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I'm just watching. I'm still here, guys. I'm just watching chat. I just put this stuff here because, I'm going to work with this stuff. But when you go live, YouTube takes a picture of whatever's on your desk. Doesn't matter what it is. That's going on your thumbnail. And you can change it later, of course. But that's what goes up when you go live. So I just had something here. So some of the stuff I'll use. And I got my little mini jelly plate here. And then I also have this. I cut this one off of my big jelly plate some time ago. Before I got this one, I cut this off. So I got two sizes here to play with. And what I'm going to do with this jelly plate today, instead of putting paint, rolling some paint out or a stencil or whatever and putting it on the jelly plate and making papers. I got so many papers already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use them to put paint on my collage paper on my book, and then we're going to, collage and make a world or something. Trying to decide what color to paint your graphic. Make it something, kind of neutral or, don't go crazy, Carol. You'll get tired of it. I have one wall. My room is like a sage green, but I have one wall that I painted gold, and I stamped gold leaves all over the whole wall. And it's too much work to repaint over it. But I kind of wish I hadn't done a gold wall on one of my walls. But yeah, something neutral. That blue gray color is kind of, I don't know the name of it. Denise would know. But there's a blue gray that's real popular with everybody now. That would be real calming. Or if you want something kind of bright and cheerful, you could do something like a pale yellow. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Kangaroo. Elaine. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy, wonderful Wednesday to you. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I talked to Janet yesterday. I got a couple things at Hobby Lobby, and I had to show them to her. I'm blaming Janet, though. I'm blaming Janet for buying it. I wasn't even going to show it to y'all, but I will, I guess, because it's kind of cool. But I'm blaming Janet on this. So let's see. Hi, Cynthia. Okay. Oh, you fell and hurt your hip. Oh no, Cynthia. Well, lurk away. You don't type with your hip now. Just kidding. You get well soon, Cynthia. Yeah, take care of yourself and don't fall again for sure. Don't double fall. Let's see. I said hi to Sherry Bug. So so what I thought I'd do today is I got out this is my small jelly plate. Let me see if I got some packaging to show you. So this is the small one. And I got it at Michael's, and with a 40% off coupon, I don't know, it's like under $10, I think. So I got this size, but I'd already cut up one of my other jelly plates. I'd cut this up before I'd bought this one. So I also have a small one. So what I plan on doing is rolling out paint. This is just some extra collage bits here. Rolling out the paint on, like, here, let me just do one real quick. Let's see what color do I want to use on here. What color do I want? Let's find something a little less, has less on it. So I'm going to go through this journal too. Here, let's go over here to this purple. And so I'll just do this while I'm waiting for everybody to come in. Just kind of show you. I just want to kind of do a little... This is just a quick way. Now, as you can see, I've already got inks and stuff on most of these pages. And so I just thought this might be kind of, I just have it stuck on a piece of paper here. I just thought it would be kind of cool. Let's see, maybe a little gold in there. Let's put a little gold, just a little touch of gold. And I'm just kind of, nothing, no big deal here. And then what I was going to do, was my roll-off paper, is just take it and like in some of the areas where it's kind of don't have a lot of stuff there, just kind of fill in the blanks. Isn't that cool? Look how quick that is. So I mean, I can also like roll off any extra. So let me put a little, let's do the other side here. So I'm going to put some purple down. Maybe a little gold. Let's roll off some of that extra maybe on the book. Just to fill in. Yeah, because I don't really, if I do any kind of papers anymore with the jelly plating, this size is fine. This is a size that I can do with deli papers. Deli papers fit on this size. And I cut them up and tear them up for collage anyway. So I might as well just do them small. So yeah, so here we go. See, look, isn't that cool? Just slap it on. Get rid of some of the excess here on my brush. On my roller. There we go. There's a start of a collage page. That was pretty easy, right? Let me get a couple baby wipes. So just repurposing some of our stuff that we use for everything. Let's just use it. Hi, Kenny. It's 10 there. What, in Australia, Suzanne? Yeah. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Thanks, guys, for all the thumbs up. Hi, Beth. She sounds like a mad scientist. Not quite, but it does. It seems a little. Does it look a little crooked? I guess we're okay. It seems a little sluggish today. Am I laggy or herky jerky, or does it look okay? Y'all let me know, mods. Does it look okay? Oh, thanks, Cynthia. It's a way to kind of fill in. I'm going to flip through the page. Let me go ahead and dry this real quick. Then we'll do a little, I'll show you some of my things that I wanted to do a show and tell. And then we'll get crack-a-lacking and working in this book. In the UK. Let's see, what is that? 3 o'clock? What is it? 3 o'clock in the UK? 11, 12, 1, or 2 o'clock. Does it dry fast? Hi, Hut. It does. And by the way, I'm getting ready to show something I got from Hut. It does when you got a heat gun, Hut. It dries real fast. I haven't glued this down. I guess I should have paid attention to the paper there. I just picked a page. So it dries. It is a little thick. I mean, I did put a little thick acrylic with the jelly plate, but it dries pretty fast with the heat gun. And I'll have to glue this down, right? So I got some Happy Mail to show and stuff. And I also see in Hut, if y'all didn't see, I went on the Comic Book Hut's show last Wednesday. It was a week ago. And I have a couple people, and of course I'd have Hut on too, asking me to do StreamYard guests. So I talked to Janet and I said, Janet, I'm going to talk me through getting on StreamYard. She says it's so easy. I don't probably even really need her help. And I did look into a couple StreamYard YouTube tutorial things. So I probably will be doing some, they're not going to be interviews. Like Hut does awesome interviews. I'm not going to do interviews. I'm just going to have guests. Let's put it that way. I'll ask people questions and how you doing, what you like, what you don't like, but it's not really going to be interviews. But to have some guests on. So what do y'all think? Would y'all like me to have some guests on? Would that be fun for you guys? Like maybe on Fridays, if I do any impromptu Fridays to have a guest? What do y'all think? Would that be something y'all would like? Because I have never had guests. I've never had guests on my show. Never. I just go live on YouTube. I don't do screen. I mean, I've gone on other people's shows, but I've never had people on my show. So I'm just thinking, hi, Mark. You think that would be fun, Pacola? I'm thinking so. Hi, Molly. Anybody else I'm missing? I'm going to watch Mary this morning. Cool idea. I didn't get to watch Mary this morning. How's she doing? What project is she doing today, little sister? What's Mary doing today? I know she was on. I always try to wait till at least 8:30 when Mary's on. So, because she does hers so early. So would y'all like to see guests? Yeah, to introduce you to other artists. Yeah, Susie, exactly. Oh, just wonder what took you so long. Well, a few things. I'll tell you a few things that have kept me from doing it. First, some issues that I have with StreamYard. Not that there's anything wrong with StreamYard. I just have to, find out certain things. Like I'll probably have to do the pay StreamYard. Janet was saying that on StreamYard, you only can have a month and that's it, unless you pay, which I don't mind paying if I like the deal. The second issue, the second issue is you only can have 720p. Can't have you can't have 1080p. So you only can, and I don't know, I think that even includes, doesn't that, Janet, or whoever else may do StreamYard, doesn't that even include a paid subscription to StreamYard? You can't go over 720. So there's those two things. And Pacola. Then so I would do the pay one. Mark, you have StreamYard, right? Do you have the pay one? Oh, of course you'd be invited, Hut. Yeah, I don't think that it's not necessary that StreamYard's hard to maneuver around. That's not even an issue. Let's see. And then the other thing is, how those of you like Hud or Mark, those of you that have StreamYard, when you want to go live without StreamYard, Janet can't get out of StreamYard when she goes onto YouTube. It sends her right into StreamYard. She can't get out of StreamYard. That's the other thing. The fourth thing I want to know about is, can you use your camera settings? Can you use like I have a Logitech. If I go into StreamYard, can I use my Logitech? And I've got videos bookmarked to go check, but I haven't had a chance yet. We just talked about this yesterday. Can you use your camera settings, your zoom, your color adjustment, your lighting adjustment? Can you use that is the number one thing probably to me. Can you use your camera adjustments? Mark, do you know? Yeah. Well, Mark, the number one reason I'd probably want to pay is for the hours. Janet said you only get so many hours, and I stream twice as much as Janet. And Janet said at the end of the month, she's running out of hours because we stream so long. So, yeah, Susanna, he's too busy right now. I don't even get to see him. I've only seen him twice in the last 6 months with all the, hoopla and everything. Oh, there's Kathy Arbor. Okay, Kathy Arbor, you can use your camera set. That was my number one thing. They don't have Hangouts like they used to, Suzanne. They don't have Google Hangouts like they used to. That kind of went away. I don't even know what kind of Hangouts they even have. Everybody uses StreamYard now. So that was my number one thing, Kat. Well, those two issues. One was length of how much time they give you, which again, I don't mind paying to have as much time as I want. But I didn't want to pay if I can't have my camera settings and if I can't get out of it. Does it lock you into StreamYard that you can't go into YouTube without it? That was my other question. So those two things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do OBS, and there's other ones that you can use, but yeah. So that was my other thing. No to what, Kathy? I'm sorry. I see Kathy saying no, and I don't know to which question I asked. No what, Kathy? So yeah, let me ask Kathy what the no is. Um, yeah, I know the Hangouts was kind of annoying. StreamYard's easy. I mean, when I've been a guest, like at Huts and Mike's and Edwin, when I've been a guest, it's easy. You just send a link to the person and you click on it and there you are. It's no big deal as far as being a guest. It does not lock you in. Okay, because Kathy Arbor, Janet cannot get out of StreamYard. When she goes to do YouTube she cannot get out of StreamYard. So I'm not sure what. Yeah, Janet and Kathy, y'all need to get together because she can't get out of StreamYard to go into YouTube. But again, the main question I did have was about the camera issue. So maybe I'll work on that this weekend and see what I can do about, maybe I'll get Janet or, someone to practice with me and just do a test. Hi, Groon. So that is kind of my Mark says she thinks Janet's drunk. Mark. So anyway, I would like to do StreamYard and do some guests. Maybe on the Fridays, my impromptu Fridays, maybe a Friday, do some guests on with StreamYard. So I just wanted to get y'all's thoughts on it because I've never done guests before in the 10 years. I've been guest on other people's shows, but I've never hosted people on my show because I'm going to be honest. I click live and here we are. I'll have my camera settings so I can zoom and adjust the lighting and focus and all that. But, I make it as easy on myself as possible. I don't do any editing. I don't do any cropping. I don't do none of that stuff. I just go live and here we are. So, okay. Well, thanks guys for your opinions. And if you're watching the recording or you're, hear me say this later, leave a comment on your opinions on that. And maybe leave a note on who you would like me to have as a guest. Guests will be great. Okay, so y'all, so if you're watching this, or even later, guys, if you want to leave a comment, even if you're here, leave a comment in the comments after the video and tell me who you would like to see as a guest. So I already have 2 or 3, 4, 5 people in mind, but let me know who you would like. Okay, so I think we got this pretty well. Now, again, I'm going to just use, and I'm going to show you this book. I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm just going to do quick and dirty gluing and with either my Eileen's tacky glue or a glue stick because I want to kind of get into more projects and more jelly plating with it. Hi, Cheryl. But before we do anything else, let me clean my hands off because I'm getting ready to hold a picture in my hand. And so Hut, if y'all follow him enough to Comic Book Hut, he knew I liked Sean Connery, so he did a drawing on his show, and he did do it on his show, so it's recorded if you want to watch him draw this, and he did it with markers. So I framed it. So let's try not to have a glare. But here's the picture that Hut did for me, Sean Connery. Isn't that awesome? And I went ahead and framed it. I'm trying to tilt it because obviously there's going to be a glare with the ring lights and stuff. So isn't that awesome, guys? So if you want to see him do this, go on his show and there's a video. Isn't that nice? Hi, Mama 4. Anybody else I missed? Hi, Tanya. Yeah, I'll have to, y'all leave me a comment in my comments later. I know, isn't that awesome? Everybody's liking it in chat. So yeah, I went ahead and framed it because I love Sean Connery, So Hut did this. It's all with markers, alcohol markers. Of course, he drew it first, and Copic fine liners, liner pens and markers. Isn't that awesome, guys? And Hubster loved it. He goes, "Oh my gosh, where are we going to hang it?" He really liked it. He really liked my Sean Connery. So I wanted to share that with you. So thank you so much, I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. And yeah, isn't that awesome, guys? I know he turned out great, right? I know. So the other things I want to show, let's see. Anne, Anne, are you still here? Anne, where are you? Is Anne still here? So Anne, this was so sweet. Or she didn't have to do this, but she was so sweet. She wrote me a nice little note here. Anne Lahr, Lahr, sent me a nice little note in here in a little envelope. But what she did is she saw us doing and shouting out creations by Cece. There she is. She saw us do the show on Creations by Cece or Cece Creations. I always get it wrong. I just have her bookmarked as Cece. So I don't remember her exact channel name, but Picola or anybody who wants to put, tell that exact name. She saw us do that show shouting out Cece, and Anne is a Patreon of Cece's. So she ordered something for me from Zandra's shop. So she ordered me, she said she saw me talking about the color the rose gold paint. So she ordered this for me from Xander's shop. I haven't opened it yet. So it'll go in one of my watercolor sets. So Xandra has these paints. Let me take off this. And this is the rose gold. So I'll do a little test here. It's rose gold. Sorry, guys. I've got paint all over my hands from this. So I want to do a little test. So Creations CC. Thank you, Artsy Wannabe Nancy. So she ordered it from Xandra's shop. So of course this was on the envelope, and it's Paint and Paper Studios is Xandra's. Oh, look, that would match. This would match on here. This might have to go on here. So anyway, Paint and Paper Studios is Xandra's shop. This was on the envelope, on the bubble wrap envelope. So I cut that out, and then Paint and Paper Studios, happy to send you this gift from Anne. So if y'all want to buy gifts for people, you can order through Xandra's shop, and Xandra, does gifts. And then she sent me this little shrink. I guess it's a shrink. I don't know. It's on plastic, and it's one of Xandra's Frida drawings. So she sent me that. It's got the charm. It's like a charm, so I can hang it on one of my journals. So, and she sent that in a little bag, and a little bit of heart confetti in the bag. That was so cute. So thank you so much, Anne. And also Xandra threw in a couple of napkins, our paper napkins. And I'll put my Anne note in the Fibs journal, the Friends in the Box journal. Victoria, Judy O, and I'm sure I'm missing people coming. Kimberly 557, or said hi to Mama 4. Who else am I missing? So thank you so much. And we're going to test this out right now. It's the rose gold. So let's just get a little piece of paper. I'm going to put this over here. This will go in the journal. Let me just get a little piece of some kind of, I got one right here. Let's do a little test. Get a water brush here. Let's get one that's working, because you know me, half of them are full and half of them aren't. Let's make sure this one's working. There we go. Okay, so I got some water down there. So let's go ahead and put some in the water, and then put some over here where it's dry. And it's just so pretty. It's just a beautiful gold. So yeah. So if you don't follow Creations by CC or Creations CC, then go do that on YouTube. She got tons of followers, tons. Let me put the little thing up there so you can see. There you go. Look at the shine. So that's the rose gold. And isn't that pretty? So thank you, Anne, and thank you, Xandra. So I will set this to the side and let this dry. And I'll put this in one of my my watercolor palettes. Just don't want the cats to get it. We don't want the cats to get it. Hi, Joan. Anybody else popping in? Then a couple of other show and tells that I did go to Hobby Lobby yesterday and only picked up a couple things. I'm going to set this. By the way, this journal is this one. If y'all remember, it's just a sketchbook, and there's my handprint, and this is my messy journal, and I'll go through it here in a minute. So let's put this. Let me get a little clip to hold this open because it keeps wanting to close. So I think I have a little clip around here. Let's see. Here we go. So yeah, we'll go through. This is like my tiny attacher. Y'all seen my tiny attacher, right? I know I've shown it to you here. Here's my tiny attacher. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I did get this at Hobby Lobby. The Creative Haven color books at Hobby Lobby, they're only $5.99. And here's what I like. You like that, Carla? Here's what I like about the Creative Havens. They're one-sided. At least all the ones that I've seen are. They're Fly Fox Pro Daniel. They are one-sided. And so you can use markers or anything on them. Just make sure and they're perforated. I'm going to show you the book here. Let me, maybe I should zoom in one. They're perforated. I don't know. I seem a little laggy today. I don't know why. I hope I'm not. Is it okay to you guys, or is it just me? Who knows? I really want to get hardwired up here in my studio, but until the cable company has people coming into the house, I didn't call this week. They may be doing it again. I even thought about streaming on my kitchen table just to make sure I had a better connection. So hopefully it's fine. Okay. So anyway, this one is the Celtic Animal Designs. And I tore out 3 different pages because there's 3 that I wanted to work on. But let me just show you this first. They're one-sided. Whoops, that's one I pulled out. They're one-sided so that if you do a marker or anything like that, hi, Jessica, then if it goes through, it doesn't matter. But make sure it's perforated, so either tear them out or put some kind of cardstock behind it because it's going to go through if you use an alcohol marker. So I started this one. I started this dragon here. And this is as far as I got so far. I can't get in too zoomed in. It wants to. But so again, look, goes through. This is alcohol markers. And here's the colors. When I'm going to do something like this, I will paint the border with black acrylic paint when I'm done. So I can do my testing here because this is going to get painted over with black acrylic paint. So I just test my colors around the border, knowing it's going to get painted out. So there's my dragon that I'm working on so far. And hi, Eileen. Kevin Anderson has a new book. It's called Seashells and Oceans. Oh, well, I got to write that down. Thank you, Eileen, the enabler elf. So if y'all don't know, Catherine Anderson on Amazon does collage books that you can use her photographs. So it's called Seashells, Catherine Collage. I think that's Catherine with a C. So yeah, I will be putting that in my cart. Thank you for the update, Miss Eileen, the enabler health. Hey, is it Q or K? Q? Good morning, Q. Good morning. Welcome. So I did write that down, Eileen. So I pulled out these 3 these would be the 3 that I really want to work on first. So this one has little seahorses. Again, it's called Celtic Animal Designs, right? This one has some little birds. And if you know, if you've ever done calligraphy, illuminated lettering, you know, anything like that, you love Celtic. You just can't not love Celtic knots. And I've got tons of books on how to do Celtic knots. I don't take the time to do any of that anymore because I'm so busy hanging out with you guys or doing commissions. But anyway, so this is as far as I got on this one. And you just got to don't hold your marker in one place. You got to keep it moving. And the more you do it, the more you know how far it'll bleed. And you just kind of know. You just kind of get a feel for it after a while. You don't keep a wet edge on a right on a line. You don't keep a wet edge on a line. A couple other things, you let it dry. You can let it dry if you want to keep, well, let me put it this way. You want to keep a wet edge to blend. Okay, when you're blending, you want a wet edge because the wet edge is what makes the Copics or any alcohol marker blend. But if you want to not have it bleed, you can't get it so saturated. You can't have it so saturated on an edge. That's what's going to make it bleed. The other thing, too, is if you want to use, like y'all know, I love my Poscas. Let me find one here. I got one here somewhere. If you want to use Poscas, just like I show you in color book on color pencil, marker, paint, acrylic paint, or whatever, before you go in with your Posca, make sure it's dry. Because if it's not dry, if the marker, the paint, the watercolor, the whatever it is base is not dry, you're either going to pick it up with your Posca or you're going to peel your paper. And what I mean by that is you're going to peel up paper. You got to have the surface dry before you go in there with your Posca. It doesn't usually take long with markers. It just takes a minute or two. You know, it only takes a minute or two to dry with markers. Hi, Ashley. I know I'm missing people coming in. I think say hi to Tracy. You love the wolf. I did. Which wolf, Suzanne? I don't know. I've done so many animals, and I don't know which wolf you mean. In a color book? Oh, you mean my werewolf? My werewolf in the Kirby Roseannes, maybe? Yeah, that's probably what you're talking about. Let's see. Is it in Mythomorphia or Anim? I don't forget which one it's in. Let me flip. And I did want to go ahead and get some of my, I'm not doing it today. Here it is. I do want to get out some of my main, the color books I've done a lot of work in and flag them so I can show them to you. You know, I've got hundreds and hundreds of color books and hundreds colored. And so if I wanted to go through all my color books one by one, page by page to find everything I've colored, we wouldn't get near done. We'd never get near done. Not near done. So I need to go through them and post-it note, you know, flag the ones that I finished so I can get right to them. Hi, Karen. So this is the one I think she's talking about, my werewolf. And again, let's see if I can kind of hold it steady there so it doesn't blur out. So this is my werewolf with the blood, and he didn't have the blood. I put that there in Kirby's book. Now this one I think it was on Ustream or one of my early, yeah, it had to be on, no, I might have put it over on YouTube. Anyway, I started it. It was going to take 5 parts, and I only got 4 uploaded because one of the videos that I tried to upload from Ustream over to YouTube didn't take. So there's only either 3 or 4 parts on this one. You recently bought this book, and there's a lot of silver and gold. There you go. See the shine? That is gold paint to make him shine. So, yeah. So I think what she was talking about is here's where I've used Posca on this. See the tree? That's all Posca to make those swirls in the trees and everything. So anyway, this one was probably, it has to be 10, 12 hours or more of work on this one. This one is a lot of time in this baby. A lot of time went into this one. So anyway, and the other one that's taken me the longest that I got to finish, let me see where I put it, if it's right here. I won't mention if I can't find it. Here it is. Okay. The other one that I want to finish, I'm speaking of markers here now, that I did in markers and shading with pencil, is my Nick Filbert. That's not his real name is, here it is, I can't pronounce it, but he goes by Nick Filbert. Okay. He did Serene. And so I have this poster. Melody sent me this a few years ago, and I keep swearing I'm going to finish this. So it's I'd say 3/4 maybe of the way done. And it's a poster that I colored with Copics and alcohol markers, and then I'm shading with pencil. So it's base coated with alcohol markers, and then I'm shading with pencil. And some of y'all have seen it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. It's huge. I probably should back the camera all the way out. Hang on. Let me get my camera settings to. Okay. And if y'all have anything to say, make sure and put it in caps, guys. If you're talking to me, I won't think you're yelling at me. Just use caps if you're talking to me. Hi, Napoleon. That's just cute the way you spelled that. And so it's a poster, and it's huge. And as you can see, of course, the alcohol markers go through, and it's a huge poster. And I'm still working on it. But you can see down here, this area down here is done. So you can see these flowers here have been alcohol markered and shaded with pencil. But here's one that hasn't. See the difference? See that rose right here? This has not been shaded yet. It's just been base coated. So this is a huge poster. So let's see if I can get it up to the camera a little. If I move it too quick, it's going to flash out. And all right, so see those pink feathers? Those pink feathers have not been shaded yet. So you can kind of see where some things have been shaded and others have not. But it is, this is a work of love. I've done a couple diamond paintings, Suzanne. I don't have time. I did a couple for Boo, but yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time to do it. I've done a couple. And so there you go. So you can see it's really big. Let me measure it for you here. Let me get my 18-inch ruler. It is 18. It's about 35 by 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. It's about 25 by 35, thereabouts. I'm, give or take a half an inch. So it's like 25 by 35 inches. So, and you can see it did take me a little bit to figure out their entwinement, whose foot and whose leg was whose, because there was, this was all in black and white when I started, right? All in black and white. So I did figure out their feet and their entwinement. But anyway, so this is one that I am still working on that I do need to finish, but it comes like this. I don't even know if it's still available. With the international stuff, who knows? I can't even tell you. But it was printed in a. So yeah, Miss Melody sent it to me. So yeah. But anyway, so there's that poster that one of these days we will get back to. All right. So I wanted to show you that if you do use your alcohol markers, make sure you have a one-sided page because it's going to go through. You can't use your alcohol markers in, your nice, don't use them in your $35, $40 color books and have it go bleed through, right? And then also about the Posca, make sure that whatever you use your Posca on, that your paper is dry before you use it. Okay, so there's that. So I wanted to show you that that's what I was working on. I'll do a little flip if you'd like. Maybe you can see some of the pages here. I'll try to kind of, and it's only $5.99. Creative Haven color books. Now the paper's not, it's maybe a little thicker than Create Space paper, but it's fine to me. I mean, I'll use any paper. It doesn't matter to me. Create Space, but they're animals. So it's Celtic animals. And I just thought it was so cute. I hadn't seen it before. It's probably been, I didn't check the copyright date. It's probably been out a while, but I hadn't seen it before. So, yeah, I love Celtic knots. This is my kind of Zentangle that I would do. Instead of Zentangling it, I would Celtic knot color. So you can see just a little flip through there. Whoops. So there we go. And again, I pulled these three out to do first. The dragon and the just some kind of a bird. I'm not sure what kind. And then the seahorses. So these, and they're perforated. And again, it's only $5.99. And let's see what year. Does it say a year? 2019. So this came out last year. But Creative Haven books, I've got tons of them. Thank you, Connie. Hi, Colleen. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I do too. I love Celtic knots. I'm not sure what's available on Amazon. Colleen, what did I miss? Colleen said something's available on Amazon, but I missed it. I don't know how much they are here in Australia. I couldn't tell you, Suzette, how much they are in Australia. Get them on Amazon. So it's going to depend on your Amazon. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I missed something on Amazon. I'm sure she'll tell me. So I got that. The other thing I got and I'm going to blame Janet on this one. So on Janet's show Monday, she was talking about all her tools. She showed a lot of her tools, her stencils, her templates. Now, I have a lot of templates. Let me go ahead and get my bag here. A lot of them I use, a lot of them I don't. Now, I'm blaming Janet on this. Okay, we're gonna get to our jelly plating collage in a minute. Oh, the deli paper. Yeah, I blame Colleen on the deli paper. Let me show it in case somebody wants to see what it looks like. So I'm not going to be jelly plating on any tissue paper. I'm going to be jelly plating directly into the book. But this is what it looks like. And I gave a whole bunch away a couple weeks ago. It's like 1,000 sheets. And I crumple mine up to give it more texture. But here, let me show you. This is what it looks like. It's like what you wrap donuts in. But instead of white paper, it's, brown. And so that gives you a different kind of a jelly plated look, and I've shown, rabbit trail. Here's some of my jelly plated. Here's some of my brown ones here. So, yeah. And I have them in different colors. And I use them for collage is how I use them. So they get torn up. So I don't care if they get wrinkled, jacked up, whatever. It doesn't matter because I'm going to tear them up anyway. But that's what the box looks like if you get it from Amazon. Okay, so, but what I'm going to be doing is jelly plating directly right into my book, right? That's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to make a collage. All right, so back to the templates. This is my folder of templates. And I'm going to be honest, this is the one I use the most. This is the one. Janet's going, oh my gosh, I can hear her now. This is the template that I really use the most. I have a lot of stencils. Y'all know I have a whole, I have a, what do you call it? A a plastic tub of stencils. But my templates, I try to kind of keep together. I'm not going to lie, guys. I probably had this for 30 or more years. But look, I'm going to show you something. Look, when you put it flat, it's okay. It still it still works. The cracks, and as long as as long as you hold it steady, as long as you hold it steady, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so I have different sizes and different shapes of templates. And this one little stencil, I don't even know why it's in here. This needs to go back in my stencil box. But so I'll show you a few of my stencils, and I'll show you what I bought. So this right here, my daughter got me somewhere in. She got me this in one of the Asian towns in LA, and it's a henna. It's a henna stencil. So if you want to do that henna tattoo look, that brown henna, it's henna, that's what it's called, and make that design on your skin, then they have these kind of sticky tattoo things, and you put that on your skin, and then you put the henna, just like we do our molding paste and modeling paste and scraping our paste through stencils. Well, I think that's kind of how they do. I've never had it done, so I don't know. But anyway, she sent me this, and I love that. But I have lots of tools. Now I have these circle templates, which Janet showed these. These were from Creative Memories, and they had the cutter, the little round, like little knife cutter. Well, it's in a little ball, and it has the knife inside, like your X-Acto knife, and you just kind of roll it around. I never use this. And Janet said, I've already got the circles, but I'll take the extra blades. So I sent Janet all the blades, but I will use these just like I would one of these, right? Like for a circle. So I would just draw my own. But Janet uses it to cut with. But if I want to cut that, I will just use my Cameo Her Majesty Camille cutting machine. I'll just use my cutting machine to cut a bunch of circles if I need to. But if I just want to draw some circles, then I have these circles. Also, here's another one of my templates. A Tupperware lid. This is a good template for cutting circles. Then, of course, I have different compasses and here's a small circle template. And I'm showing these because of Janet. Janet's making me. I'm blaming this whole part on Janet. So, and I've got triangles. I've got all kinds of French curves. Now, here's one. I got these in some kind of a set at some point, and I'm just going to be honest. I really don't use these because anything I draw is not that precise. I don't draw anything this precise. I just don't, And I know Janet got on there. She goes, you need these circle templates because I don't care. If you can draw as good as Dee Dee, Dee Dee can't even draw a perfect circle. I don't really ever try. If I need something this precise, like for some lettering, let's say, or for a calligraphy, I'm just razzing on Janet. Y'all know I love my Janet. If I need a circle that perfect for like lettering, like a calligraphy circle, if I have to do a circle calligraphy or something that precise where I need a circle, but otherwise, and then here's some other little. These are from the stencils. These are the negative space from some stencils that I got. Oh, this is actually a stencil. This needs to go in my stencil. That goes back over here in my stencil box. Say for this. This should go, well, I don't know. I'll keep this here because it's more something I'd probably use for little shapes. But anyway, so there's that. And then what else is in here? I got some other templates, and again, I just don't use them now. I've used them in the past more than I use them now. There's another triangle, and then here's a bunch of architectural ones. And I think, Janet, you have all these. If you don't, Janet, let me know. And I had got these from, I got these. I done got these off Amazon. I got these. Make me start talking like a Southern, But anyway, I am in Georgia. Don't email me. All my relatives have accents. Julie says the bartender and me uses shot glasses to draw two. There you go. Draw two sizes of small circles with a with a shot glass. What do you have? Julie. So anyway, this one is to do like a room, like this is a house, like bathroom, kitchen. Let me get a piece of black paper to put behind. That probably would work. Here's a half a sheet. There's a half a sheet. This will work. Just so you can see. So yeah. So like there's the stove. And I'm waiting for Janet to see if she has these. And so different. This is like so that you can draw architectural elements. But, you know, we use these kind of things in our journals. Janet would use them in her, what she calls the beast, which is her like daily journaling diary thing. It's called the beast. But anyway, so there's that. Let's see what else is in here. This one is a furniture template. So tables, rounds, ovals. So this one's a furniture. These came in a set. These all came in a set, right, from Mr. Penn. Let's see. What else came in this set? This one is another house plan template. Different sizes, different things like doors, where doors would swing open. So you'd know how, you know, to plan that. Again, I don't use it for architecture. I use it for journaling and stuff. Then you keep those so you but can change your living room around. Janet. Then this one is body shapes. So if you maybe this will show better here. So you got the profile and you got the full body to scale, right? And then this one as well. This one has, and these are by Pickett, made in the USA. This one is another house one. This is another architectural house one. What else is in here? And then I got these. Now these right here, these are sold by scrapbooking, some scrapbooking company. Well, Deluxe Cuts. .com they're probably not a business. I don't know. But anyway, they're different templates that you could use for layouts for cards, layouts for scrapping. What else is in here? I don't even know. It's been a while. Okay, these are just some cardboard ones that I probably got I don't know. Do I want to say Walmart? I'm not sure. But they're just cardboard ones. Probably recollections. I bet these are Michael's recollection ones. I've even punched out all these. These are little planters, and you can put the little cactus in them. There's a little girl, and again, more shapes. I haven't punched them all out. Can y'all see? You have to punch these out. Here's some more shapes, and again, I think these came in some kind of TN packet with stencils or something. If I'm remembering that correctly. I just put them in here with this. What else is in here? Here's just my own little window frame size. Here's some more. Here's some more of those shapes. Here's some flowers. Again, you can see I've not punched them all out. Hi, Deborah. I know I'm missing people. So you have to punch all these out to use these little stencils. And I don't know why I put them in this bucket here, or this pack. Let's see. Then I got, this is just a ATC sleeve, just so I have the sizes. Here's another one of these. And then I got this. Oh, this is the actual cutting template that the Creative Memory Circles came with. Do you need this, Janet? Do you need the template? I don't know if you need the template. I didn't even know that was in there. I would have sent it to you when I sent you the, So there's some templates. And again, I just keep all these in here because it's easy to get at them in one of these plastic things here. Then the other thing I keep in here are lettering guides. Keep this. This is working up to what I bought at Hobby Lobby, believe it or not. You have it? Okay. This is leading up to what I bought at Hobby Lobby. So, but anyway, these are old. Look, this is from 1981, Janet. The Pentalic Corporation 1981 lettering guides. These are all different lettering guides. Of course, back then, you'd have to use a light box with them. Look, they're on Mylar. 1981, Janet. And there's all different ones that these came in different sizes. Look how faded that one is. Can you see how yellowed that one is? And then, of course, some other ones that I've made for myself in paper, different lettering guides. Oh, here's another one of the Pentalic ones. There's all different sizes. I bought these back, I guess, in 1981. Quit saying those dates. Okay. And then this is just a printed off one. Here's another. These all came in a kit. I know they did. These all came in some kind of a... Anyway. And then I got some other hand guides here. There's no date on this. Oh, this came with that, I think. Now, these are separate. These are different ones. So just all different kind of lettering guides that I've had back in my calligraphy days. Oh, here's another. There's another one in here, I think. Oh, no, that's just a cardboard one. So anyway, tons. Here's some graph papers and anything to do with lettering guides are in here. Now, where'd that go? What fell? Oh, plastic. Okay. So anyway... if I can get it back in there. So lettering guides. So I showed you these templates so that I could show you what I bought. Now, I'm blaming this on Janet. Do I need this? No. Yeah, do I need this? No, but I think I'm going to use it in some of my art journaling just because it's fun. And Janet has some similar. She doesn't have this one. She will be buying this one, I know. All right, so let me open up the thing. So I used my, if y'all watched Janet's show from Monday, if you did not watch Janet's show from Monday, go watch Janet's show from Monday where she talks about all her tools, her templates, and all that. She did it on Monday. So when I went to Hobby Lobby, I said, let me just go over there. I haven't been over there in the drafting section in a while, except when I need a new ruler, and the kind of rulers I buy are these because I just like, I think I've got every shape and size of these clear, there's a name on them. I forget who makes them. Westcott. But anyway, I have them in the little, the skinny, the 1 inch. These are the 2 inch. This is the 18, 12. So I have them in all sizes. So that's usually the only time I ever go mostly over to the drafting section. But I said, Janet is an enabler this week. So I had a 40% off coupon. So I found these lettering stencil set. Do I need this? No. It's normally $15.99, but I got it for 40% off. So, whatever that say, $10. I think I got it for $10. And so anyway, it comes, let me show you what it looks like. It comes like this. Comes in this pouch with the snaps. I sent a little video to Janet already, and she's going to buy one. I know she's going to get one. Hi, Kenneth. The next time she's at Hobby Lobby. Hi, Jane Seymour. Who else? I know I'm missing people. We're going to get to a project in a minute. We got rabbit trails. So you open this up, and it's like a little book. So you open this up, and we're going to go through each one. So in this side, there's 4 stencils. You have your big numbers. You got you got 3 alphabet ones that are the large ones. So these are like 2-inch letters. So they look like license plates, don't they? Wouldn't this be a cool art journal page just to spray through this? Just take your sprays and spray through this. It'll look like a license plate, wouldn't it? Okay, so these 4 with the letters and the numbers, and then the small. And look, here's the lowercase down here along the bottom. Okay, so there you go. So these 4 are in the front pocket. We love our packaging. Y'all know we do. Don't y'all be saying you don't like your packaging. Okay, then in the next pocket here, the next little flap, we have the Old English. So we have Old English, upper and lower case. I don't know if I need to put a black paper behind it or not, but so we have the Old English. Some people call it Gothic, black letter. That's what this style of lettering is. And so those 2 are in the next little pouch. I know, right, little sister? Okay, so let's see if I can get them back in here. Probably best to put one at a time so you're not shoving them in. Let's see here. There we go. So you got these 2. Then the next one, you have Old English, a smaller size. So you only have 1 because they all fit on 1. So now you have the Old English, but with smaller size, right? That's in the next pocket by itself. So it's divided up so you can find the kind of lettering you want. Next, you have this little pocket here, one little pocket with these letters. Are y'all liking this? I could not resist this. I could not resist this. How often will I use it? You know how I'll probably use this? I will throw this on an art journal page and spray some inks through it. That's probably how I'll use it more than I will as a stencil. Whereas Janet would actually use it in her Beast. Okay, so then there's this little pocket here for that one. Next, we have this stencil. And it's kind of like the first one, except the small. That other one was a 2-inch. This is a 1-inch. Same letters, but a 1-inch. Then at the last little pocket, little pouch, we have these 3, and they're each in their own little. They're each in their own little slot. So let me show you these. There's this one. This one. And this one. Little bitty, tiny. What did Helen say? Hobby Lobby Picola. Yeah. So then they all have their little, it's like a little book. And they all close up. Let's put that one back in there. It all closes up and has a snap on the back, 2 snaps on the back. Here's what it contains right there. So if you're interested more in the details. Well, here, let me move the snap out of the way so you can see. So you can pause or freeze later and look at it. Okay. And again, with the 40% off coupon, it was like $10. Oh, I know. Wish those letter guides had spell check, Eileen. Okay, so there is that. Let's see. Oh, did I mention? Let me show it again. I don't know if the Hut's still here. Comic Book Hut sent me the James Bond, Sean Connery that he drew for me, and this is all in marker, guys. Look at that. So I framed it. He didn't send it to me in a frame. So if Hut does something for you, if you're watching this video, he's not going to frame it for you. I framed it myself. So, yeah, so he sent me this, and Hubster and I both love it. So, yeah, so I put it in this, I framed it in there. So just another shout out to the Hut. Okay, so now let me go back to this journal where I want to work in today. Let me take off my tiny clip. Hopefully I'm seeing my show being a little herky-jerky. Hopefully it's not buffering or anything for you guys. I know, didn't it? It did great, didn't he? And so anyway, this is from 2019 journal. And there's something on pretty much every page, not every page, but it's kind of like a mixed media, throw everything in it kind of book and then collage it and turn it into something. I think I actually only have one actually fully done page in here. Here we go. This is the only page I have completed in here. And it's a little flashed out, but I think you can see it. And so I painted this bee and painted the wings. And I think I think I used some wax paper and then painted Posca on top of the wax paper. So it's wax paper wings with Posca on top of it. And then, of course, we painted in the water, the wind, and everything else. So this is, hi, Julie A. Who else? Hi, Betty Joe. So this journal was just one of those cheap sketchbooks that you get at Michael's. And let me find some here. So what I did is I started with the smack and dragon method. You know, with the smack and dragon, should I do one smack and dragon just to show y'all? Let me do one just to show you what it is. Let me see. If I can find my plastic. Let me see if I can find my plastic board first. If I can't find the plastic board, I found it. Okay. So this is an old cutting board. I never sewed. I never quilted. The reason I bought this cutting board was not for this. You can see I just paint on top. I bought it for this. I bought it for this side. The shiny, and I know it's going to flash out, the non-porous surface. This is why I bought it. Because what I do, what I call smack and dragon, is I'll take, and let me go ahead and get a couple spray inks just because it's quicker. Hopefully these are working. I don't know which one. I don't know which one of these inks are going to clog or if they're going to work or what. I'm just going to pick a couple dilutions just to show you what smack and dragon is. Now, you don't have to use these. You can use, here, I'll show you this too. Let's see. You can use just your regular inks as well. Maybe I'll show you both. Let's see if this sprays. There we go. It's spraying. All right. So I'm going to spray. And you can't see it on here. But, to me, it doesn't matter because it's random anyway. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So this one is just some orangey yellow. This one says wash on it. So this is a watered down one already. But I'm going to go ahead and put some of that on there. And then take a water bottle. Take a water bottle and just kind of spray it. And you can usually get about maybe 2 pulls off of this. All right, so now let me see if I have a blank page in here. There's one. Okay, so you take your paper, your blank page, and this is why it's called smack and dragon, because you take it and you smack and you drag and you lift up. There you go. That's why you call it smack and dragon, right there. Okay, now there's probably enough on here to do one more, but I have to, this won't dry because it's on this this non-porous surface, so it's going to stay wet. So I'm going to go over here and dry this now so I can do another page. But that's called smack and dragon, like D-R-A-G-O-N, like a dragon. And you can do smaller things. You can do cards. Maybe I'll do that. Here, let me try this and I'll do a couple little cards. Or maybe a watercolor card or something. But I want this to dry because, you don't want to glue your pages shut. Although I think this won't. This is not like acrylic paint where it's going to glue it shut. Okay, so here, let me get a piece of watercolor paper or something. Okay, so here's a piece of watercolor paper. This is rougher. This is the smooth side. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it once more with water. And we'll see what happens. So we're going to take it and we're going to smack and drag. Now the colors are a little more muddy because we already did it once. But look, there's a little bit there. So let's see if we can just kind of pick a little bit up there. And it's also rough paper here. Pick a little bit up there. So we're just going to pick up a little. Now I can dry this and then pick up some more. So hang on. Because if I try to pick it up now, it's just going to make more mud. So let's dry it. And now let's pick up a little more because it's more dry here. Let's just pick up a little more just to get a little bit more design. Now this, if you did something like this would be a good base for you to do like CC's creations, her doodle designs. So do you some smack and dragon backgrounds if you just don't care random backgrounds, and then go in and do CC's doodles. All right, so let's clean this off. And I'm going to put this out of the way. And my camera lighting should go back to normal after that. Put this back. All righty. And this, those dilutions inks are staining. So they will stain your hands and stuff. Okay, so there's another little technique. Let me put these away. I have an ink shelf on my wall over there. I got ink everywhere, but anyway, I mean, literally ink bottles everywhere. So I'll set this aside to dry. And then come back over here. This has still got some wet to it. So. I just wanted to show you that I started with a base of Smack and Dragon inks, and some of them are probably my acrylic inks that are waterproof. Some are probably these dilutions that are not waterproof. Okay, so some of them are waterproof, some of them are not. Thanks, Connie. Okay, so now I'm going to flip through the book and show you what I have. So it started with that kind of thing, with just Smack and Dragon, some splatters. Look, everything's been splattered, and it's just a kind of a hot mess background. Let's get my lighting back. And then I went through, and as I found collage pieces, now not all of them, these seem to be glued down, but not all of them are completely glued down yet. Let's get the lighting back. Come on, baby. Come on. I guess that's, let me see here. Let's turn the lighting down just a tiny bit. There we go. There we go. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. So then I just glued down, usually picking collage items. How I usually pick collage items is by color. So if I had like black and teal paint on here, then I would find things like, you know, that are blue, teal, have a little green, you know, maybe a third color in there. Take a sip of juice. And I need Seth Apter sprays. I've seen some of y'all use them, but what's different about why would I need them as far as because I have the magicals. You made me buy those, Eileen. I have the magicals, which I've turned into a lot of sprays. And the magical powders that I can sprinkle and spray. I'll have to go look them up, Eileen. So Eileen's trying to enable me to get the Seth Apter spray. So if y'all want some other kind of sprays, I have the, well, I don't want to get up there and dig out right now, but I have the magical powders, the little, it's kind of like a mica powder type thing. And I put them in bottles and made my own sprays with those. They're acrylic sprays. Okay. So they're waterproof then, Eileen. I'll write this down. Let me go write this down. I already have to go order the new Catherine Shell collage book. Seth Apter sprays. Okay, wrote it down. Is he in business right now with the mail system and all that? Is he shipping? That's my question, Eileen. Is he shipping right now? Janet has, I don't remember. No, wait, I think I saw Janet. Did she just buy a couple? You'll show them? Okay, thanks, Janet. Okay, so anyway, um, I'll usually pick my collage items. Now, again, this looks like a hot mess. It's been smacked and dragged and inked and splattered, and then I put some collage elements on it. And then eventually we'll turn it into something like this. We'll turn it into a little world. Get them on joggles. Okay, thanks, Eileen. Eileen said you can get them on joggles. I don't think I've ever ordered from joggles. I don't think I've ever ordered them. Ordered from there. I know, don't email me. Never ordered from joggles, Eileen is saying. All right, so here's some blue and teal collage bits. I like the red planet moon thing there. And again, this is like how, and here's what I like to do, guys. I like to take a book like this. Now, there's a few pages I haven't finished yet right there. You can see. And I like to go through the whole book. Now, if you do something like this, and I've had a couple of requests for people to do a magazine journal again, go back to the magazine journal. Well, it's kind of this in the same way. You need to work front to back to front, work some in the middle. Otherwise, you're going to warp your spine. So you want to, when you're using wet paints and inks and everything, if you don't work front to back, some in the back, some in the middle, and work back and forth, your spine is going to start to warp. Okay. But what I like to do is take one of something like this and, get you this is a very inexpensive sketchbook. Like I said, it's a Michaels or something. And then what I'll do is I'll go through the whole book. And I'll smack and drag. I'll take scrapes. I'll take a card and scrape paint, splatter, and just do a whole bunch of different colors. Now you got to dry in between. That's the most aggravating part to me, is taking the time, get your heat gun out, or you'll just have to let it sit and dry. Or if you want to put wax paper in between every one. But don't close a book with wet paint because you will glue those pages together. Don't ask me how I know. And so anyway, yeah, go through a whole book, and I'm going to flip through this, and you can see some pages are more farther along than others. But I start with just scraping, splatting, spraying, smack and dragging, and I'll use inks and paints and whatever. And it's usually, I'll do it by color. So 2 colors, usually at the most 3. If you do 2 to 3 colors, you're going to have a cohesive page because you're not all over the place. And I always qualify that by saying, if you're doing a flower garden or you're doing some kind of outdoor scene like with gardens and, all kinds of things, and, you need 20 colors. And I know somebody will email me, go, but I want to do a garden and there's 50 colors. Oh, yeah, okay. Do your 50 colors. I'm just saying in general, use 2 or 3 colors and you'll have a more cohesive finished piece. And I do that in my color books too. I'll use 3 to 5, usually 3 main colors and a couple other colors. And then it comes out cohesive. And this, let me show you this one. This one, is it in this book? I think it's in this book. I have my oversized color book pages in this portfolio. This one popped up on my Facebook memories this morning. And so it's a good example. Let me find it. I think it's in here. Did I move them? Oh, I didn't put them back. Oh, I didn't put them all back in here. Hang on. Let's see. What did I do with them all? Well, I was going to show you the sample that was I had on my Facebook page this morning. Maybe it's in my Serene book here. I think it's in my Serene book, which is the same. This is Nick Filbert is what he goes by. He's the same person that did that poster I showed earlier. So let me show you an example because it came up this morning. Here's another one. This is another good example of just using 3 main colors and then accenting it. These are all, oh, here it is. This is the one I'm looking for. I have all kinds of them in here. All right, let me pull some of these to show you. This is the one that came up this morning in my Facebook memories. So if you notice, there's 3 main colors in here, and the blue, the orange, and kind of the olive green. Now there's a couple accents. There's some gold in there, but for the most part, it's those 3 colors. And if you do that, your page is going to look cohesive when you're done, right? Let me show you a couple more. And some of these aren't finished yet. Blue, red, gold, and white. Now this one's a little exception to the rule because I think I did this one at Christmas, so I added a little extra, but it's green, red, purple, and a little pink accent. That's got a lot of glitter to it, right? But you can see the Posca in her hair, the white strands of hair. And then same thing for this one. See how the colors make it cohesive? Yes, I colored these, Suzanne. I colored all these. They're from a color book. And so I really like her. I gave her freckles and reddy orange hair. And see the little strands? That's done with the Posca. So you can see her little face better. But see the colors? Just 2 or 3 colors, and you're going to have a cohesive page. Same for this. This one's not done. These next 2 are not done. But you see how they have 3 colors? This has kind of got a pink, kind of a lavender pink with green and blue. And I did her eyes pink. This one's not done either, but you can see the colors. So you can see here, look, here's a wash of color that I start with as a base and then shaded. Here's what it looks like. So you can see the 2, you can see up here. See how this has just got a base of color in there? It's either a watercolor or it's probably an acrylic wash. Watered down acrylic paint. And then I go over it and shade it with pencil. And that's all out of the Serene. You know, I'm not done. Like here's my, these are all not necessarily finished yet. Like obviously she's not finished. She's my golden goddess. Here's a Christmas elf. Some other ones, they're not done yet. So if you've never got any Nick Filbert pages, see, do I have any more in here not done? I think that's it. So, yeah. What I'm gonna maybe try to do it next week. Next week, I'll try to maybe pull some of my color books and flag them, Post-it note them, so I can go right to the finished pages in the books rather than having to go through them all to try to find them for you. Okay, so back to the 3 main color. I don't want to call it a rule. It just works for me. It works for me to have, hang on, I'm all tangled up in my microphone. It works for me to start with a couple, 2, 3 colors. And then when I go through and add collage on top, then it makes it cohesive. Okay. So this one's a little further along. I should prop this up because there's a glare. What can I put back here? Let's put my glue bottle back there just to prop it up to take a little of the glare off. So I'm just going to flip through so you can kind of see, what I'm talking about is, blue and yellow, and then I'll turn them into little worlds. This one doesn't even have any collage on it yet. This one I might want to do, maybe I'll work on this one. Well, I'm going to work on a few different ones because I'm going to add the jelly plating, smack and drag some jelly plating on it, but to try to finish one or work towards finishing one, You bought some Derwent watercolor pencils. Yeah, I have a couple of those. I don't really use watercolor pencils. I think week before last, we did a little demo with the Arteza watercolor pencils. And of course, I have ink tints. I just don't use a lot of watercolor pencils because I'm just a dry pencil girl. And I know you can use watercolor pencils dry too, but I did do a test of them last week on in the Kirby's book. I did the some cactus for a little demo. See, for me, it's more important to, rather than having to complete a page in 3 hours or 4 hours, however long we're here, what is more important for me is to show you guys techniques and colors and products and ideas. That is to encourage you to start something. I mean, over 10 years of doing these shows, do I finish some things? Yes. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 parts, which I don't like to do that anymore. I don't like to do multiple parts on the same project. I used to do it more. But for me, it's more important for you to see the techniques and the ideas. And then I'll post my finished pages on Instagram or Facebook or, completed color book pages. I'll post those somewhere when they are finished. But I want y'all to see the process because it doesn't do you guys any good. It's fun to, I like to watch people work on things in the background while I'm working too. But you're not, unless you're paying attention and following along or something, I want you to learn something. I want you to get ideas and inspiration, encouragement to try things. That's kind of, I mean, I love finishing things too, but that's not my priority to finish it on the stream, I should say. I usually finish I'd probably say 90% of what I show you that I start, I do finish and post somewhere. I don't necessarily finish it on the stream, but I really love these colors. I really like this one. Maybe I'll do something with this. Let me post it. No, this one. I'm just kind of picking out ones that I might want to work some more on. So again, this one's got some paint, ink in the background. And then it looks like from the shape of this that I just took some black paint and scraped on some black paint. Now I can go in, add collage. Let me just pick a couple things here. I can add some collage and turn this into some kind of a world. I don't like that color like this. Turn it into some kind of a world, which, that's what I love to do. I don't have anything else those colors right handy. So, but you can see how then you glue in some collage bits, and then you can turn it into like the only page I have completed in here, which is this one. So it's got ink and then some black scraped. And I can see that I think I went through this already twice. I think I went through and inked the pages, smack and dragged it, and then went in with black acrylic paint. Well, obviously not on this one. This one I have some gold on there. I like this one too. So here we started this. I just started having a little list of things for one of our list shows. Started doodling on this. This one's a little further along, so maybe this might be a good one to work on. And then again, here's the one we finished. Did I date this? I don't see where I signed and dated this one. So just so you can see. Yeah, I know. That's what I think, Betty Jo. She says, I like your process. We get to see so much more ideas. Exactly. See, that's, you get to see lots of ideas. Oh, here's where we did some doodling with all right, so we had a lot of ink. So I just sketched out an octopus. Actually, it goes this way. Sketched out an octopus and then went in there with, I guess it doesn't matter. An octopus can go any way you want it to go. But, and then went in there with the white Posca and did some doodling on him. So just, you can do whatever. It doesn't have to all, here's 2 pieces here that I just kind of thought, and most of these are not glued down they're just tacked down with a glue stick. So if you find something you like, oh, I think that'll look good there, but you're not sure if you want it there, then just take your glue stick and just tack it down. Get back to it later with either your regular glue or, whatever you want to glue down. Here's some circles. I like this one too. This could be a good world. Well, I like a lot of them. Here's some fractal paper, calendar page or something, but I picked it because of the color. See, now you can take this right here, and with let me get my paint pens. I'm going to just do it with paint pens, but you can do it with anything. You just have to remember, here's the thing you have to remember when doing something like this. If you do a bunch of different pile-ups like this, when you go to glue something down, I would recommend, probably, unless you know exactly what things you glue down, if you try to go in with your golden matte medium, you're going to smear all this if it's not waterproof. If you use your acrylic inks, that's waterproof. If you use your dilution sprays, those are not waterproof. So what's going to happen is when you go to glue stuff down with your golden matte medium, you're going to smear all this if it's not waterproof. So when you do a full book like this, if you're not sure what you're doing with what you did as a base, you might test it before you start slapping on matte medium to glue things down, because then it's going to move. The same thing as if you use any kind of a water-based marker. You can go in here and you can start playing with this and with the water-based marker. But if you still have more stuff to do, like more gluing, if you have more gluing to do or whatever, this right here is going to move. That is going to move. See? That is not going to stay. So what you want to do, if you want to make sure it's waterproof, is use like for instance, Artesa's not sponsoring me or anything. I just, recently got the Artesa paint pens. It's like a Posca. Poscas to me are a little more opaque, but Artesa has some cool colors. So, and they're not expensive. They just have the one bullet tip, though. They don't have, unless they've come out with a set that's fine point that I don't know about. The Artesa paint pens are a bullet tip, whereas your Poscas, you can get your Posca. Let me do a comparison here. Let me mop up some of that. Let me show you a comparison on the tips. See? So the Artesa is a fat bullet point. And look at the Posca. You can get all these details. Get all the details with the white Posca. Or other colors. It comes in lots of colors. Look. Let's see if I can bring this down without knocking everything over. Here. These are some of the Posca colors. These are the metallic Poscas. Now these are other brand of paint pens here. These right here. Those little ones, but these big ones, these are Poscas. And then these are the metallic Poscas. And I just keep these sitting right up here so I can just grab one. All right, hang on. Got a headband closure on there. Get that up there. Out of the way. So anyway, if you're using an Artesa or another kind of paint pen, now that's wet right there. But then you can go in here and do. You don't have to worry about this moving because it's going to be acrylic. It's acrylic paint. Okay, hang on. My Cameron's messaging me. Hang on. Let me ask him something. Hang on. Sorry, guys. There. Okay, I'll just leave that there in case. So so anyway, you can do kind of, you can do all kinds of things with a paint pen. Once that dries, I can continue that, but it's wet right now. Just to kind of show you. Grandson, Suzanne. Yeah. Does the Arteza pen take pencil like Posca? You mean color pencil? I think I've tested it. Let's do a test here. Let's do a test. Let's do a dark. Let's just do, well, here, I don't want to do it on this. Let me get a sample thing. We'll do a little, I don't know if I've tested the Arteza paint pens with pencil or not. Let me get a white pencil. Yeah. Let's make sure it's dry. If it's not dry, you're just going to dig in. So let me go ahead and dry that. And let's do a paint as well, just so we have a comparison with the two. Do you use this process for commission? No. My commission works are portraits. I do pet portraits and people portraits. That's what I do for commissions. I do portraiture work. Got a blob there. All right, let's dry that. I'll show you something here in a minute. You can go on my Instagram. Let that sit for just a second. Okay, let me go to Instagram. Let me go to my page. I don't know why Instagram's the slowest loading of anything I bring up. Oh, Kenny, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kenny. When I say I don't do commission. What I do is I'll do, these different projects like this, and I'll do prints of them for thank yous for the channel supporters. But my commission work, here's one of my recent ones. Here's a Doctor Who, and here's how I copy protect my stuff is I usually put pencils. I'll put pencils all over. I'll put art supplies on it. That's my way to what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for to protect your work? I can't think of what the word is. It's better than just putting a digital print thing. All right. So here, speaking of Kenny, here's Kenny's granddaughter. This is one I did with pan pastel and pencil. So this is Kenny's granddaughter right here. I've done two of her granddaughter. It's not show. You really need to go over to Instagram to see it better. But that's Kenny's granddaughter. Watermark. Thank you, Melinda. Watermark was the word I was looking for. Let's see. I'm looking for some portraits in here. And here's a pet one. So here's Edwin's little Zuzu. Again, I'm trying to get it to focus. So here's a pet portrait. The type of work, if you were commissioning me, that I would do for a pet portrait there. Again, if you want to see them better, guys, go over there and look at them. Let's see. Here is our faithful mess. So there's our faithful mess. So she's there. So, and this is pan pastel and pencil. What else do I have here? Here is Connie's bearded dragon, who she said she was so glad I did this for her because her bearded dragon pet has since passed away. But there's a bearded dragon portrait. Let's see. My Instagram name, you can find me with Dee Dee Willingham or Inky Well with an I. INKIWELL. But if you put in Dee Dee Willingham, it's there as that as well. Now here's one I did. Actually, this one is gone. This one's gone. But there's a Yoda that I did for May the 4th. And I did this one some years. What year did I do? I did this in 2015, but it's on my Instagram. There's a Yoda. Let's see what else is in here. Other than you can see all my color book pages and all my Inktober's and everything. Here's another cat portrait right there. Oops, sorry guys. Let me get back over here. I'm trying. This one I did for Sammy, color and chat with Sammy. This is her little puppy there. Again, guys, it's not giving me the clarity that you can see if you go over there. But this is the kind of stuff I do for commission. All my Inktober's are there. And on my Facebook page, you don't have to follow me or me follow you to see my art. All my art on Facebook is public. So if you just go over on Facebook and then look for my folders or whatever they're called on Facebook, folders, albums, I think. Go look for my albums, and I have a color book. I have a fan art. I have the Gold Rush. I have pet portraits. I have other portrait commissions. I have my color book pages. Everything is in a different album over on Facebook. So if you want to see it broke out, here is Jen reading with Pug's son there. Here's one of the Gold Rush guys. I actually did this for this Gold Rush guy because I love the show Gold Rush. I followed it for years, but he actually paid me with a gold nugget. He actually sent me a gold nugget. So let's see what else. I'm just looking for some more portrait work. I'm scrolling past all my color book work. Here's another portrait here. This is Brad Metzer, the author. So anyway, just to give you an idea that you can go over there. And again, you can go over and look at, oh, here, this one I did for my daughter who loved Prince. And when Prince passed away, I did this one for her. I did this one of Prince for her with a purple aura around him after he passed away. So anyway, there, one more here. Here's one of my fans. There's my young and old Mr. Spock. My young and old Mr. Spock. And then, let's see. Some more pet portraits. Here's that was a little sketch there. There's me in front of Blick, my favorite store. Well, one of my favorite stores, that one right. Oh. Anyway, guys, go over to Instagram if you want to see more of my work. All right, so back to this test here. All right, so now we have this right here. Where's a pen? The right one. So this is acrylic paint, and this is Arteza paint pen. All right, so let's do a test because you know it's going to go over this paint, the acrylic paint. All right, let's see here. Let's tuck that under to keep it from flashing out. All right, so over just the regular acrylic paint, you can almost get your paper back to white. Okay, now let's test the Arteza paint. Yep, you can still do it. You can do it on the paint pen too. Now let's see with the light touch. So I'm doing a light touch here and a light touch here. Yeah, it works. I think this looks a little more vibrant because the paint is a more vibrant color than the paint pen. This is a vibrant, what color was this? Razzleberry, and it's just more pigmented than the paint pen. Maybe if I would have put 2 coats, but it works on there. Not as, I'd say 95% as well. So there you go. Yeah. Yes, I wore Wolfie. I wore Wolfie to Blick. Hubster walked 10 feet behind me. Wolfie is fake fur, people. Don't email me. Wolfie is fake fur. Okay, so let's see. Let me keep flipping through the book just so you can see some more Smack and Dragon. See, look, it's just it looks like a hot mess. But you go back in here. All right, let me move these off the table. You go back in, and I don't have a whole lot of stuff sitting right next to me. Let me pull some more collage. I just have a few things here just for samples. But I would pull things that would go with these colors. Okay, look, here's an example. Here's an old, this is an old jelly plated paper, just on notebook paper with some stencils. But look, this color, these colors would go in here. These colors would work. So I could use this. I could use this to start a landscape, see? So what I would do for now is just tack it down, because then I can move it. Can move it around. So now we've got a start of a landscape there. See, with just some torn papers. Maybe this little bit of hill right here. We can do another little. And you can add more things. You know, that's why we have all our collage books, our Catherine Anderson doors and windows, which I should pull some of those out because I love Catherine Anderson doors and windows. But just so you can kind of see how you can now start to build you a world. Okay. All right, let's keep going just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I would have gone through this whole book. Here's a bunch of angels. Go through the book and just smack and drag, throw on some paint. You know, this could probably use, all right, here, let's go with this real quick. So let's go with the small one. So this jelly plate is just this one. Okay. This jelly plate. You can get it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and use a coupon, and I think I got it for $8, this size. But what I did on this one is, this is one of my other big ones that I cut down because I'm not really using those big ones. So I just cut this down. Don't email me. All right, so I got a piece of paper here. All right, so let's get some like sienna color or something, or maybe some copper. Here, let's go with some copper and maybe some like olive green here. Let's see. Here's some olive green. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little copper, a little olive green, and I'm just going to kind of mix it up. And instead of using a roll-off paper, look, I'm just going to use this for my roll-off paper. And again, these are supposed just to be backgrounds that you're going to collage on later. Oh, this keeps moving. I need something better. Hang on. Let's get a little book or something here to prop up. This glue bottle just wants to roll, obviously. Okay, so there we go. I'm just trying to keep the glare off as much as I can. All right, so now, so if I just want some color here, there, it's kind of like Smack and Dragon, but in your hand, right? Okay, let me fold this up because this is going to be in my way. Just want something to sit that on. There we go. Okay, so again, you know, there's some wet paint in there. We can maybe, you know, you can do whatever you want. And again, you can take your, rather than using your jelly plate and putting paper on, you're just smacking your jelly plate on your paper to make marks. And you can be more specific, and you could even do a stencil. You could do a stencil in here like you normally do when you're going to use it with a deli paper. And instead of putting a deli paper on there, just smack it on here. It's just one other way to use your jelly plate. Or your jelly, yeah. I keep wanting to say deli paper jelly plate. Okay. I like this door here. Look, this looks like stairs going up to this door there. That would be good right there. I just have this one door handy. I've been using it on different pages. So you can kind of see that. I need to pop that. No, look, I'm still got a glare on here. I don't have my diffusers on there. And it's not really helping much. So anyway, you could just tack this door down. Look at these stairs. I mean, it's just so, just everything about it. I just love it. All right, so let me get a little bit of black paint here, just so you can see what I was doing with the scraping part. So you can use a palette knife. You can use a gift card. Just kind of get some paint on there. You can scrape some in. You can do it thicker. Like this might be a window or a door up here. You can do this thicker. Or you can just do a light touch and make it kind of, just a rough texture. Or you can take your palette knife. Okay, you can take your palette knife to it and make it nice texture. I'm just showing you all all different techniques here. You can do that. You can take, while it's wet, you can take a baby wipe and start blending. Start making a little landscape here. Or, 2 rooms or whatever you want to do. But the thing about a book like this, and see, this isn't even glued down yet. A thing about a book like this is it's a place for you to play, not be worried, not be afraid, not to try new things. Because you just have to have at least one book. And y'all know I have multiples like this, my desk journals. You have to have some kind of place where you can just, throw out ideas and not be a fearing. I got this little piece right here. This looks like it would be a good start to a nebula. This could be a good piece for a nebula. I'm just take my glue stick here. And I'll know that later I'll want to come back to this page. But you see how it's already building a world? Now, then, never mind that I haven't even got into, something like this where I can go in and get not only landscape things like trees and flowers and shrubs and mushrooms, but I could go in here and get butterflies and fish and sharks and birds. Oh, hi, Eileen. Look, skeletons. Any of this could build a part of a world. And you don't have to have a book like this. If you have magazines, hang on. I don't know who that is. Let me just turn, I don't answer unknown callers. So anyway, there's just so much you can do. Just take and play around with things, move things around. Maybe this will go this way, and play around with your different items and see where you can start to build a world. Don't let the mess of it throw you off, because the mess of it is where your ideas are going to come from. Right? That's where ideas are going to come from. Bye, Colleen. Thanks for stopping in. No, baby. Oh, no. Can't get up in the black paint. So, so kind of like that. But I'm not sure if I want it where I want it yet. It's like a half a planet. But I think I want it on this page somewhere. So I'll just take a little glue stick and just put enough on it just to put it on the page. Because now later I can come back. I can move that if I want. So I'm not sure I want it there. I might want it over here. I can just pick it. It'll probably leave a little tear something, but this kind of stuff you don't care because you just got so much going on. All right, so it's not quite dry though. I've got to make sure this is dry. Otherwise, when I close the book, I will glue these pages together with the paint. So let me dry this. But can y'all see a world in there already? I can. I can see all kinds of stuff going on here. Thanks, Picola. Picola put the link into that collage book. Okay, so I'm going to keep flipping because I'm just stopping at random pages as we go. Here's where we did a little. Okay, this is one of my favorite. Mom and Denise are texting each other. This is one of my favorite quotes, Groucho Marx. So I made this little octopus kind of look like a Groucho Marx, although he has a little mustache. But anyway, this is one of I love this quote. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. I love book quotes. Anyway, so hi, Nanamo. Thank you. Hi, Emerald Gypsy. Anybody else I missed? Put it in caps if you're talking to me like that, Gail. So again, more smack and dragon. Here's a little list of random ship because I guess we put a little quote. Oh no, I just put a note to do a ship in the shape of Aladdin's slipper. I don't know why. Whatever we were doing at that day. And then I have a couple blank pages here in the middle, so I've got probably about 10 pages left in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to continue on. So again, more smack and dragon. Oh, here's a couple more there. And so look at these colors. So here's kind of a gray blue, kind of a gray greeny color, kind of like a Payne's gray color. And look how these match up. The colors go so well. This is from a Japanese print calendar. So I just kind of tap them down here. So here now I can go in and as a base build a world here. Maybe I'll work on this one. I keep saying that on all these different ones. Oh, maybe we'll work on that one. Yeah, I've been practicing, and me and Janet too. We for a while we were going to do. Let me see if I can find a brush pen. We were going to do more brush lettering, where you do thick and thin. And this is just a Fude touch pen with a it's got like a what do you call it, plastic nib, and you can push down and get thicker and thin. That's kind of a messed up C there. Oh, I got a sneeze coming on. Oh, hang on, guys. I'll mute. Let me see if I can mute in time. Okay, hopefully I muted my sneeze. But anyway, so this one writes pretty thin, but you can also, with practice, even use your bullet nib. Like these are the Crayola Super Tips. It takes a little bit of twisting of your wrist, but with practice, you can get thick and thins, even with a bullet nib. Inexpensive Crayola markers. I love these. The other thing about the Crayola markers, let me just go ahead and show you this real quick. The Super Tips, you can use these. Lots of rabbit trails today. You can use these. Let me get a piece of plastic here. You can scribble down some ink off of your, I've got two sheets there. Then take your water brush Where's my water brush that I just had? Oops. Sorry, accidentally turned it on. I'm just reaching over for my water brush. Let's see if this one works. I don't know where I put the one I was just using. Okay, there we go. So you can take a water brush, or it doesn't have to be a water brush. It could be any water, brush dipped in water. And then you can use it. This one's not working. Let me just use a regular brush. I just had that water brush we were just using, and now it is not right here. Of course, oh, there it is. There's 50 other things on my table. So you can pick up with the water brush, and you can use it as a watercolor. Okay, with the super tips on a piece of plastic. I mean, you can use it in a plastic palette or china. You can use it on anything non-porous. And then here we go. We'll just use up the rest of that. But anyway, so you can do that with your super tips or any water-based marker. So you can do that. All right, let's keep rolling. Oh, got a couple more blank ones here. Let's get over to. Oh, look at this. This door would be perfect on this for color. Look at this. I think it needs to go right there. Isn't that cool? What else do I have over here in those colors? Anything? I didn't pull a lot of collage stuff this morning because I really want to do more the jelly plating. So let's go ahead. Let's take a jelly plate here and let's add a little bit of copper, and don't need much. That's way more than I probably need. And some sienna brown. Let's see. Oh, I got a new one. Hang on. Let's open it. So thanks everybody for the thumbs up. I hope y'all are getting some ideas and just enjoying hanging out, chatting with people in the chat. Oh, no, I don't want any black yet. I might later. All right, so I'm just going to kind of move that around. I got enough on the roller for another roll, so we can add some more texture coming all the way off here. Maybe up here in this corner. Okay, now let's roll the rest of this off. And then if we want some shine to this, let's go with some gold. Where's my gold? And just have gold in here. And then if there's gold on here, maybe add a little more gold. So just use your brayer, use your jelly plate, just to get it on the paper. Doesn't all have to be... I can already see a forest in here with trees. But we can add some gold on here. Some down in here. And it is a little tricky sometimes to get it in the ditch. Put it in there. And you can always go in there with a brush. So now you've got gold. Look at that. Look at those mountains. Look at those golden mountains and those golden trees. Okay, let's dry. Yeah, it's like seeing things in the clouds. It's the same kind of concept. It's the same kind of concept as when you look at clouds and you see animals in the clouds. Right now, I'm seeing hills all up in here. Maybe this would ended up being painted out as a sky or a outer space. But then maybe down in here, let's see if I got a nice, what color do I want? I'm just looking at my colors here. Almost a black green color. Here's this one is traditional umber, so let's go with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of umber here and then add some water to it. Now let's get a soft brush. Okay, let's kind of mix that in. Let's get this nice and watery and inky. Now I do have to have something under here because I'll be making a mess. So let me get some paper towels. Hang on. So I'm going to do some drippage. Drippage, Eileen, if Eileen's still here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and fold up some paper towels to put at the edge like this. And then with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first put a kind of a line where I want it to kind of go, kind of like this. And now I'm going to kind of stand it up and make it, it needs a little bit more water in there, and then I'll put some water on here too. So stand it up, and I'm going to put lots of paint going across like this. Let's pick up some more. You could do this with ink too. And now I'll take my water, give it a little spray, and then you can keep adding more paint to make it drip more. And it'll flow into wherever those drips are that you just sprayed. If you want more, then just go in with more. There we go. Tap it down, make it run. Now we have the bottom of our landscape there. So yeah, now I got to dry this. Let me put my brush in the water. You'll see a dragon in there? Okay. See, I don't even have any collage on this one yet. Okay, it's going to take a while to dry because it's pretty, let me kind of sop up a little bit of the ink there. So if y'all weren't here at the beginning of the show when I was talking about doing some guests, I talked about having like on a Friday's impromptu sometimes. I'm going to take a baby wipe and clean this off real quick. Having a guest, just me, but it looks like it's a little disconnected. Am I still connected? Hang on, guys. Am I still here? I think I might have lost you guys. I might have lost you. Let me go to Twitter. Or I might have just lost the chat. Hang on. Lost chat. Am I here? Okay. All right. I got one of those YouTube low whatever it is, and it shows on full bars. So I don't know, guys. Buffering. Okay. Well, I'm almost done. So I think we're gonna probably have to go if I'm buffering. Yeah, we're gonna have to end the stream. I'm not gonna do a buff stream. So we'll stay for a couple more minutes to see how it goes. Can y'all hear me? Okay, even if I'm buff, what I want you all to do is after the stream is go and leave a comment of who you might like to see me have as a guest. Okay. If you'd like I know people are saying Mary Altier and whoever else y'all might like, make sure and leave a comment after the stream is over of some people you might like to have me have as a guest. Okay. It's good for you. Okay. I saw it buffering a little bit, but it seems to be okay now. But I don't know. All right, so what I'm thinking though is this down in here somewhere, or maybe even, I'm not sure. This door might be a little big. So Judy's having buffering. Okay. There's Mary. Hi, Mary. So Mary says she would be. I didn't even see you here, Mary. All right, so we seem to be having some buff issues. So I don't, I'm almost done showing y'all what I want to show you anyway. But let's put a piece of paper. I want to put a piece of paper here because it's still wet. I don't want to glue these pages together. So let me just keep rolling through here to show you some of the other pages that I have here that we've done, where I've done some colors. See how it's just a couple, 2 or 3 colors? Some has collage on it, some doesn't yet. We didn't get to making a finished collage because I see I'm buffering. So if I see I'm buffering, I'm sure you see me buffering. So I don't want to do a buff. I don't want to do a buff stream. This one was one of the ones I wanted to work on today, but not if we're having buff issues. Yes, tons of people on the coloring. If you want to see some of my coloring pages, go look in my playlist. I have a color book playlist. So just so you can see, these are, and again, they're not even glued down completely yet. They're just tacked down to where I can work on them later. See? Look at this one. Love this one with the little fractal bits. No, Buffy, you killed Buffy. I'm okay now, thanks, Dot. So anyway, this page came out. So when something like that happens, it doesn't bother me to just take. I know. They're like, oh my gosh, but it just doesn't, because when I'm doing something like this with the collage, look, we'll just tape it back in. We'll put 2 or 3 pieces of tape, maybe a couple on this side, kind of like I do my Jane Davenport add-in additions. And then, oh, look, I've already taped this side with some washi tape. So anyway, and then I just paint over it. You just paint right over it, right? Oh, good, Suzanne. But anyway, let's go back to that page. This one, is it where I had? No, there was another one that okay, this one here. This is the one I had planned on working on today. So again, you can take some of your, do I want some more of that orange? I like this door. I like this door on every page. I like this door everywhere. I'm liking this door everywhere. But we have this building. So anyway, you can take let's just take a little bit of this color and then maybe a little bit of gold too. Just add some texture. And you can go back in with more, as like I got more on my, you could add it with this. So just use your jelly plate kind of just as a little printer, just as a little printing plate thing, just to get some more texture in there. Because once you have that random texture, it's like you can add so many things. I gotta get another baby wipe. You can add so many different things, and while it's wet, you can also just you can move some of that around. See, isn't that cool? Okay, got a little flashed out there. Come back to mama. So there we go. So do y'all have any questions or anything? Again, you can still go in here with all kinds of things. I wouldn't put this on this page because this would be, this and this. I like that. But so do y'all have any questions or anything, or any comments? Y'all want to, ask anything? What we're gonna do? Any of that? Just feel free to do it real quick while I'm picking up a minute, and because when I did pull one other thing to show you guys. So let me move this to the side real quick. In the collage world, and I still talk about this and show this all the time because I want y'all to know the option of doing altered book collage. So if you're intimidated by a blank page, let me put some of this away. If you're intimidated by a blank page, then get you a book. And y'all know I like let me clean off my brayer a little here. Y'all know I like abandoned books. And so if you're intimidated to try to start from a blank page, get you a book that you like. I'm picking up as it goes, so I make room. That some kind of a book that you like to alter. Okay, let's put that up there for now. So I'm not going to go through. I'll show you one or two things, just so you know if you haven't seen an altered book before. So what you do? Bye, Tracy. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. If you want to do, let me get the original here. So I have it altered and unaltered, so I can always show you before and after. You're welcome. Let me just show you a couple here. Like this was the first one I did in this book. So I started. I won't tell the story behind it because I've done it so many times. Let me put that in there. Okay, so I started with this, and again, this is Abandoned Places by Connie, and I've actually torn out a finished page and sent to him in London. But anyway, so it started like this, and they're all abandoned places. So this way, if you want to play with collage and mixed media and painting and messiness and all that, but you're afraid to start with a blank page and paint it up and scrape paint and smack and dragon, then start with a book that you can alter. Hi, Diane. Hi, Devin. Anybody else I missed? Anybody else? I hope y'all are all well. And then turned it into this. And this one has been varnished. So going from a world like this that's been abandoned and turning it into a world that is alive. It's alive. It's alive. Never mind. Do these random movie quotes and people go, I don't know what you're talking about. This scares you more than a blank page, Gail? You're funny. All right, so I'll just pick a couple here. Most of them, are in different stages, but I'll try to pick a couple here that are. I've got most of them flagged so that I can get right to them. Most of them. Let's see. Where's that one? Of course, then I find one I can't find. There's one in here that's really my favorite. Let's see. Let's go to this one. I try to have them flagged so it's easy to flip to. Hang on. But then sometimes I can't find them. Hang on, where's this one? Why am I having a hard time finding that page? Here we go on the next page. Okay, so like this one. Here's an abandoned ghost town. And then I turned it into this. So I went from this to this. It looks like the buffing went away. I don't know why that is, but it did. Let me put this tape over here. Prop that up a little. So what I do is I look at this world and say, well, you know, it's what happened here? Why did this get abandoned? Or I'll just make up a story in my head and think, well, what happened here? Why did this town get abandoned? Well, I guess worlds collided. Something happened to make so I just make up a story. Let's see here. Let's flip to a couple more. I just kind of want to show you that you don't have to necessarily go to a blank page. Okay, so here's one. This one had this abandoned, I don't know what it is, some kind of a, I guess I could read about it, but. So I took this and then we made it into this. So I added a castle, a window, some trees. And again, I've been putting, I try to put flags in there so I can kind of go right to them. So y'all don't have to wait when I'm flipping through. But this is another way to do, your collage mixed media and build a world. I'll pick two more here. Let's see. I'm going to flip back to a couple of my favorites here. This one had 4 pictures. Now, I'm not sure where that one is. This one had 4 pictures. And they're a little trickier when you have 4 pictures on one page. But here we go. So this had these 4 pictures. And I wanted to make them cohesive and into one world, all part of the same. So there we go. So that's how I turned that one into one, connecting them with water, waves, mountains, smoke. There's just different things that you can do like that to make them connect. All right, let's see. 1 or 2 more here. Okay, so this one started like this. And I show these quite often, but, new people come in. And when I say I'm working in an abandoned book, they don't know what I mean. So I don't mind showing them. I like them. I like seeing them. I like working in them. So when I saw this one, this looked like it needed like a little bridge to somewhere. So I turned that one into this one. And this one is varnished, so it is shiny. So, and I don't put a lot of people in them, but I did put her in there. She's got her magic feather. And that goes all the way around. It's encircling this. And then here's put a little bridge there. Bridge to space. Hi, Kenneth. So, yeah, so we went from this to this. All right, let me find maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm kind of trying to pick some of my favorites. Oh, right, this one is one of my favorites. Okay. So this one, and these are all abandoned places. And I've told this before. These little huts right here look like this one's turned over. It's like an umbrella turned on its side, but it looked like a little metal detecting guy down there. And it looked like they were on a bridge. So here we go. Here we go. So see, there's that guy right there. And we put this bridge in space. So it went from this to this. I really like that. This is one of my favorite pages. All right, I'll show one more before we go. I think one more. Yeah, show one more. Okay, so this is what it started. Now this one's not drastically changed, but it's changed enough. All right, let me flip the page here. So we went from this to this. So added the outer space and the planets. I added some more painty water and stars in the water. So again, we went from this to this. So again, if you're afraid to start in a blank book, it doesn't have to be abandoned places. It can be gardens, architecture, travel, a city you like or love, and to play and to alter to collage. And thanks, guys. I know we had a little buffering for a minute. So again, don't forget, thanks for the thumbs up. Leave me a thumbs up on the way out. Leave a comment later after the video has to finish rendering before you can probably leave a comment. Give it about an hour and leave a comment of who you would like to have as a guest, as a guest on my show. If I do some, I'm not going to do interviews. We'll talk about, well, what do you like? What do you like to do? The usual basic stuff. But I want it to be more like we're both working on some art and have a guest working on some art while we're working together. So leave a comment, like, look, Mary, I know Mary will come on. Leave a comment on who you would like to have as a guest on the show so I can start kind of planning that. And I hope y'all had fun today. I hope y'all got something out of, having, just a sketchbook to paint and play in, doing an altered book or, some painty pages. And I appreciate everybody being here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't do a giveaway. Should I do it? Do y'all, whoever stayed this long? Should we do a giveaway? Hi, G. All right, we'll wait then. We'll wait. We'll do the giveaway on Monday because everybody's already half gone now. Everybody's half here. So we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway on the next show. I didn't do it in time. I'm not going to throw my mods into a tizzy here. So we'll do one. Yeah, we'll do one next week. So, all right, the cats are trying to get my attention. So leave me a thumbs up, guys. I appreciate coming in. And yeah, we will see you. I did that on Monday, Janet. I did read out the book briefly on Monday. You probably just stepped away. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to set up StreamYard and try to do some have guests on. And so we'll see when we could do that. But leave a comment. No, you cannot reactivate acrylic paints. They're dry, Kenneth. They're permanent. Yeah. All right, guys. Hi, Lady Jan. All right, y'all have a good day. If I don't see you on Friday, then have a good weekend. And I'll be on other streams too. So we'll see you then. Okay, guys. Bye.